Hello guys. So Bleak House is a book summary. Like this is the book Bleak House by Charles Dickens. It's a melancholy truth that even great men have their poor relations. So the book is basically about it's a satire, commentary, social commentary, mystery, and everything. So it was first published in serial from 1852 to 1853 and is considered one of the Dickens' greatest achievement. So the novel is set in Victorian England centering on the legal world, particularly of the Code of Chancery. It critiques the slow, inefficient legal system through the long-running Jarndyce and Jarndyce lawsuit, which concerns a legal inheritance, a never-ending legal case over a contested will has ruined many lives. The case traps generations of heirs and in uncertainty and final distress. On one, one of the main narrators, a kind, humble young woman of mysterious parentage, raised by stern guardian and later becomes a word of the part of John Jarendis, a benevolent man involved in the lawsuit. She is central to the story's emotional core, the home of John Jarendis, symbolizing refuge and moral clarity amid the chaos. Easter, Esther, Adaklev, and Richard Gaston are taken in by Jarendis as words. Ed and Richard fall in love, but Richard is obsessed with winning the inheritance and wastes his life chasing it. Easter developed a relationship with Dr. Alan Woodcourt, a kind physician. John Jarendis proposes to Easter out of gratitude, but later selflessly releases her to marry Ellen. Lady Dedlock, a noble woman hiding a secret about her past and is eventually revealed to be Easter's mother. A sleuth named Inspector Burkett investigates various mysteries, including the murder of law writer Turkeyhorn, which leads to Lady. The theme is the book of the theme is a scathing attack on the court's bureaucracy, showing the grim condition of the poor, especially in Tom Holland's slum. Is her journey is one of the self-discovery and reconnection. Character like Jarendis and Woodcourt embody compassion in contrast to greed and apathy. The Jarendis case is finally resolved, but only after the inheritance is completely consumed by legal costs. Easter marries Dr. Woodcourt and they live a happy, modest life. Richard dies disillusioned and is left widowed and but without a child with a child. The Bleak House is both a social critic and a deeply personal story. It combines realism, satire, romance, and detective fiction. The novel influenced the development of the modern detective genre through Inspector Bucket. So let's summarize the book chapter wise. So it chapter one in Chancery opens in the smoggy court of the Chancery with the interval Jarendis and Jarendis Lotus. Dickens uses fog and bureaucracy to symbolize confusion and injustice. And Lady Deadlock is introduced in second chapter in fashion. She is distant from her husband, Sir Leicester, and curious about the handwriting on legal documents, foreshadowing secrets to come. Esther Summerson reveals her orphaned past and begins her dual narrative role. She leaves her childhood home and is sent to live with John Jarendis, meeting her fellow cards, Adakler and the church costume, and encountering eccentric characters like Mr. Jellyby and the ragged bone man, Crook, settling a bleak house and character dynamics. Esther, Rita, and Richard arrive at Bleak House Hilltop, eaten family by Jarendis. Esther gains responsibility and a sense of belonging despite the house maze like layout. We meet Skimpole and Bothon, portrayed as lovable yet irresponsible, and see Esther navigating social obligations. Richard Guppy makes a sudden marriage proposal to Esther, which she firmly declines. Middle final sections. So Esther falls ill after caring for the ill Joe and briefly loses her eyesight from what is simply smallpox. As Sutton travels to Chesney World and confronts Lady Tedlock, who sheepishly reveals emotional guilt and hands Esther a letter containing a secret she will later explain. The Jarandis suit collapses as all inheritance is consumed by legal costs. Richard dies shortly after the case ends. Esther marries Dr. Woodcourt and establishes a peaceful life, finally closing her narratives with hope and fulfillment. So thank you guys. This was a summary of the book, and I will come back next to explain the book in detail. Thank you so much.